Hey everybody, it's Dale the Dale Says Fat Guy back here, and yeah, these are the measurements from yesterday. You saw these? It was all green yesterday. It looked great. It had me floored. I measured myself multiple times to be sure that everything was better, and I kept getting the same numbers when I measured. I was like, oh wow, I felt better, and I felt leaner, at least in the places that I cared about. But since the numbers kept matching up, I accepted everything at face value. But there's a problem. These numbers are all wrong. They're lies. I made a major mistake. See, the measuring tape that I use has multiple modes. It can measure in length and it can measure in circumference. But how important is that? Well, it's the difference between pulling this tape out to directly measure the edge of a book and then sealing the tape back up at the bottom there to get the measurement of something around in a circle. See, it adds 0.84 to 0.85 inches to the measurements to accurately reflect the circumference of what you're measuring. And so when you hold down the M button for measurement, it changes the type of measurement that it has on screen. And I did not know that, and I messed it up. Or rather, I knew about the feature, but yeah, I didn't realize it was switched when I was measuring. So while I was getting consistent results, consistent numbers, it was on the wrong measuring mode. So that's where everything looked good yesterday. So as you've seen on the screen here for about 20 seconds or so, these are the correct numbers. These are what I adjusted everything to by adding 0.85 inches to every number. And well, let's see, how does that compare against measurements from June 30th? Well, let's take a look. These are the real, adjustments. And like I said before, I usually have a mix of red or green on here, so this looks more normal. I'm a bit upset that I missed such an obvious oversight, something that I should have checked for. But yeah, these are the good timeless numbers, so I'm sorry that I showed the wrong ones in a previous video. And I only discovered this today because I was playing around with the measuring tape. My left upper arm was feeling funny, so I measured it again, and then I just noticed that the number on the tape, the actual physical tape, perfectly matched what was on screen. I'm like, it's not supposed to do that because there's a distance between the tape ends and the actual measurement tool, so it should have more on there. And I didn't realize how much more, so I looked up the instructions, played around with it, and bam, oh, fell right into this. So no, nothing was done here to intentionally mislead people or whatever. It was just me making a big mistake. But I'm still happy with most of these numbers. I don't like how some of these got bigger, but I still feel better. I feel great overall. And I am still kind of amazed that, my right calf is much smaller than my left calf consistently for a little bit now. I'm like, whoa. So either the left one is absorbing more or the right one is just doing that much more better. We'll find out, next weekend. But thank you all for listening.